Hi, I'm Bloodied Porcelain, and I will be playing Lady Nienna, the Ain-She sorceress.
Hey y'all, I'm Grizz, and I'll be playing Fenix, the werewolf blacksmith.
Hi, I'm Legacy, and I'll be playing Brynnhilder, the Griffin Skull Witcher.
Hi, I'm Overthinker. I'll be playing Irileth, the Elven Assassin.
Hi there, I'm Stabbykinz. I'll be playing Siegryn, the Dwarven Merchant.
Hello there, my name is Jimmy, and I'll be playing Oswald, the Witcher.
Hello, I'm Solomon, and I'll be running this story tonight. Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing all right. When we last left our professionals, they had decided to make a few adjustments and a few preparations. After finding that Egil, the mentor of Brynnhilder and dear friend of Oswald, was actually alive, they decided to have a little bit of a training session. Brynnhilder learned a few new signs and a little bit about spellcasting in general for the coming battle. Nienna managed to make a request and get a little bit more backup sent their way. Everyone else had begun making preparations as they saw fit, and Siegryn had managed to sniff out a bomb that might be able to come in handy with this coming fight. After discovering the nature of what is causing all of this, the trapped godling, and the way that it could be used as an anchor and a draw for the Hyms, who are in turn using it to reach out further beyond their regular grasp, you all have begun to prepare yourselves, for this will be the night where you work the Witcher's way in defeating these specters, these demons, and freeing yourselves from this curse, and hopefully managing to draw out the witch that had originally placed the curse to begin with. The family has been moved elsewhere, given that the Witcher Yara has arrived and made sure that they are settled. Where are you all meeting before actually heading off into the basement where the Hyms will be physically?
Outside the house?
Fair enough. Are there any other preparations, and are you wanting Yara to stay with the family, or is Yara going to be joining you and fighting these Hyms?
Actually, Yara was not called on to protect the family. Nienna called on Yara to keep an eye on Egil, because she didn't trust him.
Noted. Given that you have basically a life debt over him, he would agree to do this without any hesitation, without any sort of snark at you, though he did let his eyes wander probably where they shouldn't, because he's still a snarky bitch.
No, of course he is. It's fine.
All right. The sun is setting. The moon is rising. It's not quite full, but it's very, very close. And you all are outside of the house where Brynnhilder and Oswald's family line has stayed for the past century.
Okay. We've got a couple of options here. First, I believe there's going to be a spell cast, right? Looks to Nienna.
There certainly can be.
Kind of hollow lockdown thing.
Yes. My intention with that was to use it when we were stripping away the Hyms from ourselves, though. It's not something I can do frequently.
we've got two major problems here. Well, three. First, the Hyms themselves. I assume they can attack us. Looks at the Witchers.
That is correct.
Yes.
Claws, weapons, forced aging.
The two of the Witchers here know that the main thing that Hyms have to defend themselves whenever it comes to physical confrontations are strong, rending claws that are quite dangerous even to heavily armored individuals. They also have the ability to, if they're in a dark enough place, basically teleport from one group of shadows, one bout of darkness to another, and utilize that as an easy way to move from place to place, basically performing guerrilla tactics, even in a very small, confined area.
Question on this as well. This is just a thing as well for, since we would know about doing it the Witcher way. Does it have to be dark when we have to, we can't have like a bunch of torches around us when we do this?
Having light will make it so that it is harder for the Hyms to actually utilize some of their more shadow affected powers.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually need the light and need to soothe those afflicted by the Hym in order to draw the Hym out to begin with.
Right.
It's just that, of course, any shadows cast will then be utilized by the Hyms to jump from place to place and try to get the jump on individuals.
Just making sure. Just double check. Okay.
Good to know.
The
So as a rule, keep your back to whatever torch is nearest you.
spell, or the ritual that I have, creates a radius that monsters can't enter without a struggle, and they can't use any sort of magical-like effects or abilities from outside of the circle in. And if they do manage to make it into the circle, they have to fight to get back out again. It works like a wall, effectively.
Okay. So once we break their hold, we can kill them before they scatter.
In theory.
Which brings us to item 2. These things are kept here. We believe by a godling. Break their hold on the godling. Maybe they become easier to fight.
Possibly.
Item 3. This is the one that makes me nervous. They can create convincing illusions. Trick us into thinking that we're swinging at an enemy when we're actually swinging at each other. To that end, I propose that we leave some of our weapons behind. Sacrifice some effectiveness, so if we do make a mistake, we can injure a friend rather than kill one outright.
I feel like that might make it a lot more difficult for us to actually kill them if we do that.
I think that
the point
Yeah. If we stick to silver weapons, we'll be effective against the Hyms. Well, I mean, a sword's a sword. But, for example, I'd ask our Witcher friends to leave their steel up here.
Ah, I see.
The one exception being, looks at Fenix, some of us can't leave our most effective weapons behind. You got any thoughts on that, buddy?
Oh, no, this is like one of your favorite things to do. I was going to let you keep doing it.
Trying to be a little more, I don't know. I'm asking for suggestions. What do you think?
They not only just show illusions, they can just get in your head and keep you there.
Yeah.
So what we can do is really keep our wits about us. There's too many unknowns. So
Mm-hmm.
Second you
If they
notice
get in your
something,
head,
if you,
right.
the second you feel yourself not in the area where you were, or something just feels wrong, stop what you're doing, maybe put your weapons down, and don't move if you can. Illusions are one thing, but they showed me my childhood home.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna get into a deeper shit very quickly, and it's gonna get real fucked really fast. So if someone's not moving, they're probably taken. Mentally, anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm asking you if you have any specific suggestions for if they take you and you go big.
Kill me.
I prefer not. I thought of that. I was hoping you had another idea.
I have a backup plan. I won't say what it is. I'm not going to give the opportunity for the Heim to know what it could be and use it against us. But I do have a backup plan, which I will try before anyone has to run in and kill him.
I understand that's the plan. I don't mind if that's the first plan, but please, he looks around at everyone. Kill me if it's required, if it's what to do it. All right.
My
Understood.
proposal and the issue that I have with everyone just going still if they think something strange is happening is that the ritual affects a set area. I cannot move it once I have cast it. My suggestion, but it does stay until I dispel it. So, my suggestion is that we start with our Witcher friends. In the circle with whoever they think they should remove a Heim from first. And everyone else outside of the circle. If your Heim shows itself and starts creating a problem, step inside the circle and it won't be able to follow you. Or it'll have to fight too. And once you're inside and your Heim has made itself physically manifest, get some distance and leave the circle. The circle doesn't affect us, it only affects them.
Well, all right. That sounds plan-like. Item...
That said,
Yeah.
however, Siegryn,
Yes.
I have a very specific task I need to entrust you with.
She kind of blinks a little in surprise. Really? Me? With what?
It's not something I can enlighten you to in front of everyone, given the things that are in our heads. The few of us, the less of us that know, the better.
So mind if I finish addressing the other problem and then you guys can...
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Final item. Potentially more dangerous than the Hyms. We have a sorcerer who will almost certainly join the fight when it's going most against us. I don't know.
Yes.
Again, Witchers, if you know the sound of a portal opening, drop whatever you're doing if you hear it and get ready to change targets. Nienna, I don't know if you can block one or sense it, but call out. As soon as she arrives, we need to hit her hard with everything we've got.
That is why
I'm
I will
good.
be bringing my steel sword with me.
Same. I'll be keeping my steel sword with me as well.
All right.
We'll just point out to everyone that she's more than likely to step in if I'm the one about to go down. She wants everyone around me dead, sure, but she wants the satisfaction of killing me. But she won't just hop in if things are on the bad side for us, with there's a sorcerer and 2 witches running around.
She will find it herself hard-pressed to do anything magically if I'm around.
Exactly. So prepare, but if she... Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Yeah, if she's concerned about self-preservation over you, then her tactics will be a little different. Maybe she waits until we're tired and leaving, blows up the whole house. Point remains, in addition to these monsters, we gotta worry about her. So, are there any specific techniques that would be more or less effective against a rogue necromancer?
Don't get in my way.
So you want to handle that?
I am the most capable person here of handling her.
Okay. In addition to that...
And don't try to stop me.
All right, so you two need to get on the same page. Phoenix, it sounds like you're going to go for her no matter what. Don't blame you.
No,
Totally
what
fair.
I'll do is my point. But we're wasting time. We know what we need to do, and she's a situation we can't control, but we can mentally prepare for her to be there. So if you have to go talk to Siegryn, now would be the time, Nienna, because we're wasting it. We're talking in circles.
That's fine.
We are not talking in circles. We're making a plan.
Okay, never mind.
What?
She takes out her hangman's oil and tosses it to Phoenix. Take that. Coat it in your weapon if she shows up. It'll help.
And I get that you're antsy to get this on with, but I'm trying to avoid chaos here. Because in chaos...
We don't know what's down there.
Yeah, we do. Bunch of demons.
You don't. Oh, fuck's sake. He's going to put the hangman's oil in his pocket. Let's just get it started. Because we don't know.
Phoenix, you're not a professional fighter and you're not a mage. We want to hear what you have to say, but if the only thing you have to say is let's hurry up and go, when the professionals are telling you that we need a plan, that's not helpful.
Please, go ahead and plan for a situation we actually haven't even looked at yet.
We are planning for the things we know we have on the table. That way, we minimize the number of variables that are out of our control.
Yes, and we've discussed them.
All right, so torches. Everybody get one right now.
I have to talk to Siegryn first.
I won't be needing a torch. Bryn, and
yeah.
Do you have cat at all?
I do. I've got 2 vials of it.
All right, just making sure.
All right.
That's what lets you see in the dark?
Yeah.
Doesn't it
eliminate shadows? Does cat eliminate darkness?
No penalties for out of character. No penalties for darkness or dim light, and we also cannot be hypnotized, and we have better chance to see through illusions. +2.
Right.
Doesn't it also hurt your eyes if there's light in the room, though?
So it doesn't say that in the description.
It doesn't say in the description.
Sorry, I'm going by canon knowledge. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, thankfully the book actually makes this system. Thankfully, does not make it so it's like putting night vision goggles on. So light will not actually blind you. It will just be basically you can see through the darkness like shades of gray.
Yeah.
Hooray for rules is written.
Yeah. So we Take and Cat are probably a lot better in this situation. If we wanted to go in and like snoop around first. Because then that just means that we can stealth without having to We can stealth forward a little bit better without having to rely on torches.
Exactly.
All right.
But once we get into it, torches eliminate shadow, reduce their ability to move around.
All right, lovelies. I will try to keep this brief, so don't get too crazy out here.
Come
on,
Nienna's
Render?
Nienna's gonna lead Siegryn and Render off to the side. Purposefully far enough away that she's pretty sure the Witchers can't overhear.
All right, so what's this secret role of mine?
If something should happen, and I don't have control of myself, I'm one of the biggest threats on the battlefield. I can dispel the circle. I can turn magic on the rest of you that none of you would be able to do anything about. Except you.
She balks a little and kind of points at herself.
And Nienna will pull up the sleeve of her shirt to show the silver band around the silver bracelet around her wrist. And we'll turn it so that like the soft part of her wrist is showing where the two wolf heads are. Press this side. If I get out of control, I've seen you, you're the best at hand to hand. You're the most likely to be able to get a hold of me. But if you press this side, it'll expose me to Dematerium, and I won't. I'll have to struggle to use my magic, if at all.
She raises her brows a little. Correct me if I'm wrong, darling, but isn't Dematerium
poison? Yes. It won't kill me. It'll make me incredibly uncomfortable and put me in a lot of pain, but I also won't be able to use my magic against anyone.
Well, I can't argue with your plan, but how long have you been wearing that?
Since we found out about the Hyms.
Oh. Well, shit, you certainly came prepared. I respect that.
I wear it at night when I go to sleep. I saw what those things can do to someone if they take over their thoughts. I'm not willing to let that happen. I couldn't live with myself.
Well, honestly, in your shoes, I would probably do the same thing, so can't say I blame you, but I did wish you would have told me sooner about that.
I wasn't going to tell anyone. The only one who knew for a while was the one who made it. And then Irileth found out the other night, but ideally, if he's at his best, he's got a distance from everyone else. So.
All right.
You're the one I know is most likely to be next to me.
Well, I will certainly try to be. And, I don't like to brag or anything, and she kind of curls her red locks around a finger, but I do appreciate it when someone flatters me about my hand-to-hand.
Well, I have noticed that you're effective, and I am trusting you to stop me from killing everyone else.
And I will certainly perform to my utmost best in my role.
All right. Here we go. And she'll cover it up again and lead the way back over.
All right. And Siegryn and Render shall follow.
The ritual that I have to perform takes time, so I need to know where we're doing this.
Are we doing it in the basement?
The Witchers would know that the best place to try to draw out a Hym would be a place that's very significant to those affected by it, especially those affected the strongest. So if the first Hym came from Siegryn, or not Siegryn, Brynnhilder, then it's very likely that the basement would be the best place to draw it and its cohorts out.
I hate fighting in a basement.
Who do you prefer to be in the circle first? She'll look at Brynnhilder.
Fenix.
Right.
Makes sense.
I have to agree on that.
All right.
Do you think it's best? But yeah, okay.
Oh, yes.
No, just there's not room. Is there room for all of us in this basement?
From Brynnhilder and Oswald's memories, it would be a little bit cramped, but you could all fit down there. And who knows if there have been any changes ever made over the past century before it got boarded up.
There's no
Alright.
guarantee it's not a giant space. But
All right.
we can try.
We shall definitely try. So, should we point to Brynnhilder and me? Go ahead and head down first and scout ahead.
If you want to look.
Yeah.
All right.
Bryn is going to take one of her potions of cap
Thing.
and knock it back.
All right. Everyone sees the Witchers take the same sort of potion, and their eyes go all black, and thick black veins begin appearing across their face as the toxins flow into them and begin working with their mutations to let them see within the darkness. Make sure that you track your toxicity appropriately.
Will do.
Alright.
I'm at 25. Yep, I'm good. All right, let's head. I'm guessing we go to the boarded up cellar, right? I don't think anyone's taken it off yet.
I don't believe anyone has.
Before they go down, Saul, how long does a round last?
A round lasts about, I believe it is 6 seconds, but I will double check that.
Okay. As they are taking their elixirs and about to go downstairs, I'm going to cast Ritual of Magic. Because it's going to take about 30 seconds. So I want to get it out of the way while they're going down there. Bolster my vigor.
All right. I'm going to try to pry off this. I'll take that.
If you're just going to pry it, then please give me a roll. Let's go ahead and make it physique.
All right. $21.
All right, 21. That is definitely enough. You're able to just start grabbing at the boards, which after plenty of time have gotten weaker, and just start basically breaking them in half and prying the old rusted nails out of the wood to begin opening up the way down. And as you remove each board, the scent of nature is stronger to both you and Brynnhilder. The smell of like freshly tilled or like freshly like disturbed dirt and like plant matter is wrong. You also smell a bit of decay, not of like a corpse decay, but just like compost almost. Also, just to note it, a round in The Witcher is about 3 seconds, so it's about half the time.
Damn.
I gesture for Brynnhilder to go first. Bryn?
Crack her head from one side to the other, and begin stepping downstairs.
All right.
Close behind.
I would like a stealth roll from both of you, please.
So. There it is. That's 14.
That's a 20.
Alrighty. With the siblings working together, you are able to just slowly step from step to step. The old wood holds up, but it's a little creaky, especially under the heavier armor of Oswald. But you don't hear any like innate movement or reaction from downstairs as you are making your way down. You do notice one thing that immediately. The downstairs has been expanded outward. It is larger. As you look around, you can see large roots, large, almost vine-like roots have been grasping and snaking through the dirt and have pulled and pushed the natural walls of the basement further outward and made more room. Some of it being a little bit rocky, but it definitely looks like there is plenty of maneuvering room now in the basement. And in the very center of the basement, you see a large circle, a magical circle, akin to the ones that you, Brynnhilder, have seen Nienna work whenever she was performing rituals and performing stronger magics. But this circle is old. Some of the runes are faded, but others are stronger. And it looks like even some of the runes have been rewritten or marked over with runes drawn out in blood. And in the center of the circle, in a fetal position, is the balled up form of a small, what looks like a girl with blue skin and shock white hair akin to you and your brother. And you can hear very light whimpering coming from her. Both of your amulets are buzzing intensely here, to the point where, Oswald, you have to grab it to keep it from clinking against your breastplate.
Just hold it.
Coughlin.
Yep.
Is there anything else in this room that we can see? Or is it just the godling in the ritual circle?
There are a few things of note. There are a few sconces that look like they have torches in them that haven't burned in a long, long time. There is what looks to be almost like a small table that would have been something you actually would not see, but you can see the shimmer. There was an illusion here, a simple one, meant to keep it from being seen, but with Cat, you're able to pierce through it. The table here looks like it has been used for other rituals. Ones that involve sacrifices. You don't see, as you look at the godling, you see that she herself is fine. There is no wound upon her aside from, well, what could be mental. But there is definitely a lot of signs of blood and darker magics coming from this table. And you can see all kinds of little relics. You can see the megascopes that are utilized by some mages. You can see small magical trinkets that could be utilized for either by mages or even just by lay people. And you do see signs of a very dark type of magic called Goetia, which is utilized by those trying to work with demons.
What did our family get into?
A deal with a mage. Maybe a devil. But at this point, what's the difference?
Exactly, but should we call your friend down here about this circle?
Before we leave, I think we should maybe try to speak.
Yeah.
Her.
I agree.
And Bryn is going to step just loud enough for her boot to clack on the because I imagine that it's like a stone floor.
Yeah, it is a rocky, natural, but there was the look of the stonework for like the larder itself that has expanded out more into the dirt with the vines that have pushed back the walls.
Right. So then she's gonna step just loud enough to her boot to kind of click on that stone, to gather the attention of the godling.
As your boot hits the stone, she jumps and lets out a very audible, very childlike gasp, and her big head turns to you. The head that's a little bit too big for its small frame, with large, alien-looking eyes, with black scleras and bright yellow irises. You came home.
I did.
I wasn't sure you'd understand. It hurt to reach out.
And she's gonna get closer. Not stepping inside of the circle because I don't know what would happen if I did, and so she's just going to step right outside to where she's not touching, but she can get close enough to look the godling in the eyes. And she's gonna get on a knee, and just kind of lean in a little bit. We are going to do what it takes to get you out. You are not going to suffer anymore.
Okay, just please be careful. The lady who works at the table over there, she comes back sometimes.
Who is this lady? Do you know?
She never really brought anyone here, and she didn't like talking to me. I tried to talk to her sometimes, but she didn't have anything really to say to me. But I saw a letter that she got one time. Yeah. Teresa? I think it said Teresa.
Do you remember how you ended up here?
I've been here for a good while. I remember you, Bryn, and Oswald. I was friends with your ma and pa. Back when they were kids was when I first came here. I tried to help out the village whenever I could, help plants grow and help them keep good care of the animals. Didn't ask for much in turn, just little playthings, tools, and the occasional little toy. I'm sorry about what I took from you, Bryn, but I thought it might serve me better. And you can see that she is actually in her hand grasping the remains of a small straw doll from back when you were maybe less than 5 that went missing. I didn't ask for much, just little things. I just wanted to help, and then they asked if I could help a little more by staying around here and making sure that the soil was nice. And I said okay. And then Teresa came, and she wasn't very nice.
Thank you for helping my family when they needed it.
She gives a small, weak smile. I was glad to.
But now it's our turn to help you and get you out and set you free. You've done enough.
I'll still, if I can help, if I can get enough power, if I can reach out enough, I'll do what I can.
If it starts to hurt, you stop. Okay? You don't need to exert yourself any more than you already have. And if you want, once we're done, we'll fix up that dolly for you.
I've been working on a new one for you, Bryn. I'll give it to you once we're out of here, okay?
I would like that a lot. And she stands up and turns to face Oswald. We need to get her out.
I couldn't agree more. So, while looking around the room and stuff like that, and I've heard that whole conversation, she mentioned about how she still comes here. Is there like a portal system somehow here, or is it like a gem that's, you know what I'm talking about, like in, or is it just there's nothing, it's just those megascopes and stuff like that?
Give me a roll of awareness, if you would both please.
Will do.
$26.
19? I'm
Fancy shit, Captain.
I'm just going to keep it at a 19.
Okay. Oswald, you're looking around and it doesn't really seem anything sticking out to you. You didn't really focus too much on like actual magical knowledge. You just mostly focused on like,
That's
where's
fair.
the monster? How do I kill it fast?
That's right. That is very fair.
However, Brynnhilder, coming from the Griffin School, the school renowned for its mystical knowledge, she looks and sees a far wall that looks like stones. It looks like there are stones that were meant to look natural, but have been placed in a way that is almost insidious in the way that it looks natural, but you can tell, wait, that looks like a standing portal. It is a fixed point for a mage to focus on to open a portal to here easier than it would be to just try to open up a random portal from one place to another by memory.
Okay, would I know what happens if I fuck with the stones of a portal?
Just destroying these stones or removing the stones would make it so that the actual standing portal would be inactive. They would basically lose the focal point and have to come back here through more taxing magical means, regular summon portals, actual travel, that kind of thing. It would be much harder for them to create a portal here, especially given the fact that this place is so inundated with demonic and godling magic.
Oh no. It would be a real shame if someone went and she'll start walking towards the portal, would go and fuck up this portal so this necro witch couldn't, and she'll kick a bunch of the rocks around. Get here easily. It would sure be messes more of the rocks up. It's a shame.
You don't even have to roll. The actual stones were like placed there, but they weren't like being held very intensely in the dirt. You're able to get them out fairly easily. And you even see the godling smile a bit, and she says, yes, it'd be a crying shame if something happened to, and then a vine pushes another stone out from the wall. That bitch.
Okay, what is happening here? I don't understand. I'm just looking at it.
So basically, those rocks are in that circle. They are a standing portal, and sorceresses and sorcerers can use these standing portals to easily travel between point A and point B. Well, we're fucking up her point B right now.
No, I mean, I approve of that fully. I just didn't. I'm just going to continue just looking
Take
through.
rocks and throw them, Ozzy. Take rocks and throw them.
I'm just going to start moving some rocks. Just,
We're about to piss off a sorceress.
she had it coming to her.
Yeah, and Brynnhilder's gonna take an extra couple of minutes to make sure that like all of, like the stones and everything are literally like spread, so that way it can't even like that they're not even like forming a circle. It's just stones just kind of tossed willy nilly all over the place. And she'll break a couple of them like in half to make sure, just as a little extra fuck you.
And with that, a little bit of extra fuck you, the magic of this place, your pendants stop resonating as hard. They're still vibrating, but a lot of the magic of this place has faded because that standing portal was there and giving off basically magical energy.
There we go. This place got a little less and then she'll wave her fingers around. We should probably grab the others and let them know.
I agree.
She'll get closer to the portal again, once again not stepping into it, and just lean on a knee. What is your name?
Gemma.
Well, Gemma, you help make our job just a little bit easier, as best as you can. And you're gonna see a lot of happy people being even happier to let you out.
I'll do what I can, but I promise, if it hurts, I'll stop.
Good. Don't let them bully you into continuing if it hurts. No matter the side.
If they try, when I get out, I'll hoof them right in the daddy bag.
Oswald chuckles at that.
Good. And she'll stand up, offer Gemma a little smile, and then she'll turn to run back upstairs to inform the others what has been going on.
All right. The rest of you have been waiting upstairs for a good little while. Not an excessively long time, but a good few minutes. You didn't hear any fighting happening.
Just to the effect of multiple witchers, sorceress, other sorceress, werewolf, a horny booze merchant, and a drunk ex-brothel bouncer. What the fuck are we doing here?
Being professional for one.
Yeah.
And I have taken a recovery action since they were down there for a hot minute.
Absolutely.
Okay, I just want to top my stamina back off at 45 after doing that ritual, that's all.
Yeah, that's fair.
My vigor is 28 now, by the way.
Spicy. And after a few minutes, the Witchers rejoin the rest of the professionals? Yeah, professionals, we'll call it that.
Well, took a while.
What'd you find?
Oh, the godling's there. She was wrapped up in a little ball when we got down there. There's a ritual circle in blood. There was a standing portal. There is no longer a standing portal. And there's a table with some monocles and some other trinkets. And you said that the sorceress' name was
Tricia.
Tricia. The sorceress who comes by every so often is named Tricia. Does that ring a bell with anybody? And she'll look at Nienna.
Nienna will point at Fenix. I mean, I've heard the name, but not because I'm associated with her. Actually, mages are a pretty small community. Do I know her? I never asked before.
Yeah, given the fact that the Sorceress Lodge is, and the mages in general have a very small community, I would say you could go ahead and give me a magical training roll to see what you know about her, like either from her mystical training, or if you want, you could also give me a roll of... You know what, let's just keep it a magical training. It would cover everything that's going on within the magical world, including sorceresses.
Any bonuses?
+1. She's not entirely unknown.
26.
Aside from what interactions that you've had with her because of what her connection to Fenix, you know that Tricia of Miravel is a fairly well-known sorceress. She was even working to basically hobnob with Nilfgaardian families, large royalty, nobility, merchants, even before Nilfgaard basically took over the rest of the continent. You know that she is a sorceress who is very ambitious, like the kind of sorceress who has several minor noble houses and larger merchant houses eating out of the palm of her hand because she's been helping them get all kinds of money through the trade of magical artifacts, all legal given with the right permits. At least this is what appear to be the right permits. And she is always been very ambitious and very strong-willed, with a big, deep hatred of Redania and the more violent monsters on the continent.
Do I have any idea where her capabilities lie? Like, or not necessarily what spell she knows, but like how strong she is?
You know that she is actually quite strong. She isn't just good at working people. She's definitely good at weaving chaos. Whenever you've heard of her getting into fights, as rare as that has been, you know that for the most part, she likes to work magics that create earth and water. Those seem to be the elements that she calls on most, usually by making people drown on their own blood or be impaled by spikes caused by stone or ice.
I know she's powerful. I know she's ambitious. I know she has a number of noble families in her pocket. And seems to partake in the legal acquisition and trade of magical artifacts. Though I've never seen any of her permits, so I couldn't tell you if they're legitimate.
And she's going to try to kill us tonight.
Possibly.
Well,
She's gonna have to expend a little bit more effort than she thought getting to us first.
Very much so.
Well, we already know she can cast a portal, so if she wants to get to us, she'll get to us.
all right.
We should go.
I push torches at the two witchers.
No need.
It's not for you. It's for
No.
everyone.
I mean, there's no need. There's torches already downstairs.
Cool.
Well, let's go. Nienna's headed for the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
as you all head down the stairs, I would like a roll of athletics from Fenix, given that he is one of our larger individuals. And let's actually just go ahead and get an awareness check from everyone, just for hits and giggles.
Okay.
All right, for the 20, Fenix, you know, you are adept enough and know enough about crafting to see that some of these stairs are in very deep disrepair, and you know that your larger frame would probably bust through them. So you know which steps to avoid and how to step correctly to make sure that the stairway doesn't fall apart.
I got a 27 on awareness.
Alrighty.
18.
13.
Already. Stabby, would you like to roll as well?
Yes, as soon as roll 20 will let me.
That's fair.
Hey, there we go.
Fantastic. As you all take in this place, you can see that it is quite large, especially with everything having been pulled out by the nature magic of the godling. Fenix, you notice that there is definitely a lot of the same sort of stuff that you had seen when Tercia of Maryville would visit your family over on this table. A lot of her trinkets and baubles that she would either come and show to your family and just more showing off, kind of being like playful with teaching bits and pieces about magic to the kids. And you can see that her own personalized megascope is over there. Something that she likely has used to cause a lot of chaos from afar. Something that she doesn't really think that she would be, that at least you, from what you know about megascopes, probably wouldn't be able to get remade quite as easily, because this one was personalized for her.
He will note that, but we'll focus on the godling.
The little blue creature that stands before all of you just looks at you with its big eyes, just taking you all in curiously. Hello. Are you gonna help me get out of here?
Ideally.
You will certainly try.
I need people to move the table in the middle of the room. Push it up against a wall or something, please.
I got it.
Yeah, I'll get this in.
Easy thing for all of you to be able to do. For those of you who are more physically capable, they are able to do without too much effort, especially working together.
I'm going to look over at Bryn. I'm going to start with my ritual. Once it's done, I'll have a look at what was done to the godling. But I think this should be in place before we start anything. And I'm going to start casting Consecrate.
Okie dokie. Please go ahead and make the roll.
$20.
Noted.
I am going to re-roll that. That was only a 2 on the dice. That was terrible. That was real bad. That was terrible.
Honestly, not a bad idea, given that it is something that they can resist.
That's a little bit better. 23.
Well, every little bit counts. All right. you consecrate the area, working to create a magical circle that would repel monsters. Just checking, are you including the area where the ritual circle with the godling is in this consecrated area? Okay.
No, I am not. I am, however, I am setting it up so that it is just big enough that if all 5 of us wanted to step inside, we could. But there is enough space on the outside so that people can comfortably be on the outside.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Gotcha. All right. This little circle of protective magic goes into place, and the amulets of the Witchers vibrate a little bit more, given now that it is in place and going to last for a good while.
Nienna starts by marking out on the floor with chalk, and then goes over it with, and then begins to add infused dust and pieces of silver and meteorite, and then finally pulls out 5th essence. And as she is murmuring under her breath, infuses the lines with it so that they light up bright for a moment and then go dim and normal.
All right. This area has been officially, powerfully consecrated.
Obviously, I would have had Fenix inside the circle when I cast it, because he's got to be the first person, and he's technically a monster, so probably best for him to start out inside the circle.
He technically does count as a cursed one, yes.
Okay. Once you cast the circle, you don't have to keep standing right there, right?
No.
Cool. Let's go to the other end of the room.
Well, I need to have a look at the godling, but I will stay out of the circle.
All right.
Nienna's gonna step around her consecration circle and over to have a look at the ritual markings around the godling, see what she can figure out.
Alrighty. Before we handle that first, just really quick, I would like to ask a question of Fenix.
Yeah.
Have you utilized the hanged man's venom already, or are you going to change and then utilize it by putting it on your claws? Or are you just like putting it on your hands and that will shift into your claws?
No, it's staying in his pocket.
Okay. I was just going to ask if you would utilize it, if you would let anyone else utilize it. But if it's in your pocket, then that answers that.
Yep.
So, Nienna, you get closer to this ritual circle, and you see that the godling sort of steps to the very edge of the circle where it can get to without immediately running into it, and just looks up at you with a small smile that is hopeful, but weak.
I will smile back. Hello, little one.
Who are you calling little one?
You are one of the few people in this room who's smaller than me, so you'll have to forgive me if I indulge.
At least I'm not as little as that one, and just points to Siegryn.
This is true, but not many people are.
All right, that was a little uncalled for.
Sorry, buddy.
Can I examine the ritual circle and figure out exactly what was done?
Absolutely. Please give me a magical training roll. And you'll get a +2 because the godling is going to help you by sharing what she knows.
I'm going to reroll. What is it with me in twos? I'm nothing if not consistent, I guess. And a 23. What the? Fine. 23. I don't know what's going on with this.
2s and 5s. 2s and 5s.
5s.
2s and 5s.
It's a strange day.
It's alright. It just means that the 10s are coming for when the mage bit shows up.
When the people start slapping each other, the 10s will start rolling. The ritual circle that you look at this, was not originally meant to contain. You can see the original sigils, the original runes that are left, were originally meant to sort of just amplify the power of the godling. Like the godling could leave and just wander around, then come back and exert her natural magics over the land around her to help out. Probably to help crops grow, help animals stay healthy, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you see that with the way that it has been marked up with blood and new sigils have been added in, utilizing darker magics, that the circle has become a containment circle and has been basically violated, perverted into basically a continuous beacon of power that the godling has to keep up and has been having to keep up for as long as the blood's been here. You can't be entirely sure. You are sure that it's not, that the blood sigils are definitely not as old as the original circle. So it hasn't been this way the full time. But it's been a good long while.
Do I think that I could disrupt the containment effect without disrupting the amplification effect? Or would taking out the containment effect probably fuck up the amplification, and then I'd have to just recast the whole thing?
You think you could possibly do so? You'd have to be very careful because a lot of the sigils of blood are basically almost layered over some of the older symbols that do look a little more druidic in nature because their magics are a little bit different from the way that mages and sorceresses weave chaos.
Mm-hmm.
But you think that if you could get enough time and enough focus, you could probably remove the blood sigils and then put in a mage's equivalent. It would just take you a little bit of time if you wanted to do such a thing.
Okay.
And you're not sure if you remove the blood sigils, who or what might know.
Do I think it would hurt the godling if say that the shit has officially hit the fan, we're not doing well, and it's a last ditch thing? Do I think that dispelling the ritual altogether would hurt the godling?
Given what you know about the nature of the beings that godlings are included in, the relicts, they are naturally tough. The godling will probably be fine in the long run, but it will not be a very pleasant experience if you just have to very quickly, just basically, it's the equivalent of busting a lock. It will leave a mark, but it will be fine in the long run.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of
just highly unpleasant in the short term.
I'm gonna kind of crouch so that I'm on eye level. When this is done, assuming that everything goes well, I will do what I can to remove the effect that keeps you here without disturbing the rest of it. However, if things go poorly, I am going to give you a chance to run by just ripping the whole spell apart. I apologize in advance if it's unpleasant for you in the moment, but as far as I can tell, you'll be fine with time.
As long as I'm free.
You will be.
Oh. As Irileth is taking up with a reasonable distance between him and the consecrated space, can I do like a human perception check just to check in on everybody and see is anybody acting weird? Is anybody being fishy?
I'll say yes. Go ahead and give me a human perception check.
Well,
Any bonus because I know these people?
I'll go ahead and give you a +3.
It's a 25.
Okay. No one immediately catches your eye in terms of being fishy. Brynnhilder kind of you linger on her for a second, if only just because she actually seems to be showing emotion a little bit here, especially. But it's also her family home, and this being might have said something to her beforehand, and there's a whole lot of things that could actually possibly break a Witcher's icy exterior.
I'm trying to pick out small emotions under the weight of a lot of pressure right now.
Mm-hmm. I think the only one that might be feeling something aside from Brynnhilder and Oswald, with this being their natural home. Hey, Fenix, how are you feeling?
If you're doing a human perception check, you've seen him look tense, but he looks like a spring that's wound a little too tight at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
He's been tapping both pockets for probably the past 30 minutes.
Okay. I'm actually going to have a word with him before if I can.
I am in the circle.
Because you are an elf and not any form of monster, you can enter the circle. You can also just speak outside of the circle. The circle does not prevent speaking.
Correct.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot. I know you say you're ready, and I'm sure you're ready. But you okay?
I think he actually you look you dead in the eye, and you see the wolf clear as day, like it's staring back at you, but he's clearly in his humanoid form.
Mm-hmm.
And he just gives you a small nod, but focuses back on what Nienna's doing.
All right.
He does look like the first time you've ever seen him transform, where he feels like his whole body just giving off an energy to it. Yeah.
Cool.
He's ready.
I think Irileth takes a knee, speaks a little quieter. For the record, I respect what you said before. And if it comes to it, you won't suffer.
I don't give a shit if I do. I don't want them to do it.
And Irileth heads back to the far end.
As we have all reconvened back in the basement of the family home of Brynnhilder and Oswald, are there any last-minute preparations, for our witchers, any other potions or oils you want to go ahead and utilize? And for our other members, any sort of abilities or any sort of things you want to get ready? If I remember right, I believe Siegryn has a bomb.
I have a bomb.
In one pocket.
Oh, go ahead.
You sweet.
In one pocket, he has his Hangman's, Fenix does. In his other pocket, he has Chemical Quicksilver. He's preparing both of those.
Yeah, I'd like to slather some of that new oil that I made a couple of sessions back. The one for demons.
Yes, because demons are classified as specters in this, the specter oil.
Yeah, the specter oil. That
gotcha. So you
and
were able
I'd like to take another shot if I can.
You absolutely can. I believe since you're within 25%, you can probably take one, maybe two more weaker potions. What potion would you like to imbibe?
Thunderbolt.
Got it.
Oh.
The thunder and the lightning.
Very, very frightening.
I think I got my
You're gonna eat lightning and crop thunder. That's so fucking cool. That's a dated reference. That's fine.
I appreciate that reference.
Thank you.
Actually,
Now, before I go lighting this thing and throwing it around, someone should probably inform me what this thing is best suited to being thrown at.
Me.
Kind of
Nienna will point at Fenix.
Yep.
Yeah, if he starts to lose it, you won't blow him up, but you should slow him down.
Well, all right then.
Saul, I'd like to take up a position in a corner of the room. I'm going to leave like maybe a foot of space between me and the wall behind me, but I want to find a corner where I can see as much of the room as possible.
All right.
But I was over on the bench.
Phoenix, if I have to throw this thing, I swear to you I'll pitch high and avoid the lower extremities.
Siegryn, if you're throwing that at me, you're trying to kill me. I don't give a fuck about my lower extremities at that point.
I feel like you'd still care a little bit.
Sure.
Irileth takes the other corner so he has a decent view of the room. Plants 7 silver arrows in the dirt in front of him for rapid retrieval. And strings his bow.
Sorry, where in the room are you going to be?
If the consecration is at one end of the room,
Consecration's kind of in the middle.
oh, then I'm in a corner. At the same end of the room as Nienna.
Okay.
Just to note, the Hanged Man's venom, or each sort of oil or venom comes with a few doses in each bottle. So if you wanted to share your Spectre oil with your brother, so that way he can also get the effects of that, you can.
Foxy.
yes.
And she'll toss him the Spectre oil.
Yeah, but to have another dose of that Thunderbolt that you just drank.
There are 2 drinks of each potion, so you do have one more as well.
Yeah, but Bryn is like covered in black veins now, like head to toe, covered.
Like
I'm at 100% toxicity right now.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
It's kind of my way. I should just give Bryn a smirk.
All right, thunderbolts to you.
All right.
whoa, thunderbolt upon you.
2 souped up mutants and a werewolf
So
in
much
a
crap and
fucking
lightning.
basement.
Would be great.
Now, here's an important question I have for you, Oswald.
Yes.
Given your training and the way that your personal mutations work and how you work to enhance them yourself,
Mm-hmm.
are you going to stay at 100% toxicity, or are you going to drink another potion to get yourself poisoned in preparation, given your training?
It's going to be a case of I will take that swallow when I start getting injured, and then I'll start fighting back hard. That's how I normally roll. So because I'm technically at 100 out of 110%.
Right, because of your training, your toxicity is higher. Got it.
Yep. So that's the reason why I was just like, I'm not poisoned yet. I just want to be like on the edge. So when it's ready, I could just take that swallow and then I'll be poisoned.
Okay, so noted. With preparations having been done, bowstring, positions having been taken, oils applied, and potions drank, you all are ready to begin. You light up the area around Fenix, as is necessary for the beginning of drawing the Hym out. And I will need a charisma check from whoever's going to be working to soothe Fenix, because the second part of this, if to starve the Hym, is to work to make sure that the person you're working on is calm.
Everybody turns to look at the tiniest person in the room.
Sorry, it was like the 2 seconds of, oh. That's right.
It's getting real low, huh?
Low as fuck, motherfucker. Goddamn.
I think I do have some incense and tea that's left in my bag.
We'll wait.
Yep, alright. She'll go ahead and start brewing some chamomile tea for everyone.
No roll needed. Everything is, you're taking your time to make sure that this is brewed correctly, and the incense begins to burn to help fill the air with a nicer scent. The godling in the middle is basically sat down crisscross applesauce and just sort of rocking side to side, just watching.
Yeah, Phoenix will go crisscross as well on the ground to get to a more reachable height for most of the people around him.
Noted.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
with the tea and the incense, I'll say that you can go ahead and get a +5 to this roll to soothe Fenix.
Excellent. And what am I rolling for that?
One moment, Brynnhilder. You have something you wish to ask?
Oh, I'm gonna go into a meditative state.
Okay.
That's all.
Entering meditation, you will basically be keeping your senses awake even as you rest and prepare yourself. For what you need to roll, Siegryn, I will need a roll of charisma.
Alright, time to raise this wolf up. Here we go.
Well, don't roll it yet, but nothing's happened.
Oh,
No, this is the roll to get you in the zone to bring out the demon. You have to be chill for it to reveal itself.
The autozone?
Fucking A.
Focus up, guys. Come on.
Wait, is it to calm me down or calm me down after?
You
so I
have to
suck
be
around?
calm to bring the Hym out.
The Hym at least has to starve before it will make itself appear.
Okay, that was good.
that was a
Never mind.
+4 you said, Saul?
A +5.
+5. Ooh, very nice. All right. $18, not bad.
Okay. You're just speaking rather calmly, just working to keep Phoenix's attention on you and to sort of get his mind off of things. And Phoenix, there's still, of course, that sense of we are in a dangerous area. There is something that's going to happen, but your mind is on the people around you, not on the dangers that you've faced so far, not on the danger of Tricia of Maravel as much. You're focused on those around you, on what have at least some of become your family. And you all hear a raspy hiss as you see that Phoenix's shadow is normal. And you can see that there is now growing from a darker spot of the room that the torches don't fully reach out to. There is always, of course, going to be a little bit of shadow. A large being made entirely of darkness, jagged in the way that its limbs are, sort of detaches itself from the wall. And then you all suddenly feel a little bit lighter. As suddenly there's a second, a third, a fourth, until there are now 5 Hyms in the cellar with all of you. And
I shot the first one, aim for the head.
What? Oh, are they outside of the circles? Of the circle? All of them?
There is the one that Fenix, that was attached to Fenix, that actually seems to be coming towards him and is working to enter the circle, but the rest are outside of the circle.
Okay.
And I would like everyone to please give me a roll of reflex, so we can figure out some initiative order.
No. So initiative? Yep, okay.
Initiative.
Oh no.
18.
Oh, 13. Oh. Yay!
Wow, twinning. Also 13.
19?
Very nice.
Does a 10 explode on initiative?
I don't believe a 10 explodes on initiative,
Oh,
unfortunately.
well then I'm just at max. For myself.
Just dabbing on everyone anyway.
And I'm not moving, correct?
You are able to move now that the Hym has left your body. You are able to defend yourself from the Hyms.
Right.
So you can take part in the fray.
I don't know how to phrase this. I'll roll for initiative, but I don't think he's going to move just yet.
Understood.
If I get hold back on that.
Then I will basically just skip over your particular turn until you tell me otherwise.
Yep.
Alrighty. And I'm going to go ahead and roll in front of the screen, as it were, for the Hyms.
Oh.
All right.
They're
going
fucked.
almost dead last.
Oh.
All right. Starting off with our powerful sorceress, Nienna.
I think I am going to take a shot with Anya at the one that is going for Phoenix. Fire does work against these guys, right? We've talked about that.
You have talked about it. Fire does work against them. It doesn't just necessarily deal extra damage. They aren't susceptible to it. But what it does is it makes it so that a lot of their more shadowy powers, like their methods of teleportation, are basically deactivated while they're on fire. And if they are on fire, they are deactivated until they stop being on fire. If they are just hit by a flaming attack, like a bolt of your flame or a gout of igni, then their ability to teleport is basically stopped until the end of the round.
Okay, let's do that. Hopefully it'll help slow it down from getting into the circle.
Okie dokie.
What? 34?
Oh my.
I told you the 10s were waiting.
They were. They do be here.
Called your shot an hour ago.
For a damage of 19 and a 75% chance of getting lit on fire.
Okay. So, I will let you decide. Do you want to just immediately light it on fire, or do you want to add the extra critical damage?
Is the extra critical damage what you just rolled?
The extra critical damage will be just an extra base 10 damage, but you'll still have to roll to have a chance of lighting it on fire, or do you just want to make it so that it's 100%, it's definitely being lit on fire?
I think I would definitely like to light it on fire so that it has a harder time getting around.
Okay, so 19 damage dealt to one of the Hyms. So noted. It lets out a intense, heavy screech that to each person sounds like a different loved one being in pain.
Oh.
Irileth goes bone white.
I'm going to make a roll for myself to see how Nienna takes that.
That's fair.
Nienna
Me
bolsters
too.
herself, but her eyes kind of shine a little bit, like she wants to cry.
I'll do that too. That's rude. Where is it? There it is. That's good. That's really good. That helps a lot. Thank fuck for that. Okay.
Alrighty. Nienna, do you have anything else you would like to do, or are you going to basically be saving your stamina for spells as opposed to extra turns?
I'm saving my stamina for spells.
Okie dokie. Next up in the initiative order is... It is our Witcher sip. Nope, never mind. It is Irileth. My bad.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, you are up. I believe that you said you had a roll of shooting a Hym in the face.
Yeah, I'm going to. His bow's been at low ready. Reaches through in one swift motion, grabs 2 arrows, knocks them, draws back, and shoots at the Hym that's nearest Fenix, operating under the assumption that they can still get him, and that would be bad.
That is a very fair assumption. Go ahead and give me the roll. Remember the to include the negative for aiming at the head, which is a -6.
Indeed. So twin shot is one of my abilities. Did not roll. Let's try that again. Oh, there it is. Cool. That's actually 27 because that doesn't include my racial bonus.
Right.
So, silver arrow. Is it facing me?
It was actually turning to face Nienna because she hit him with a gout of fire. And then these arrows one will go into the back of its head, the other will have to be randomly rolled because of the way that the skill works.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
And these are using silver arrows, I believe.
Absolutely. I roll a d10 for random location, yes?
Yes, please.
8.
I do believe that is one of the limbs. So the damage of the second strike will be half, but it will still be the full damage of silver. It won't be half because it's a monster.
Cool. 18 times 3 for the headshot. For the first arrow.
Good bit of dabblage.
And 23 halved for the limb on the second.
All right. This particular Hym is not looking good. It's looking like it will even have a hard time surviving long enough to try to get to the consecrated area, let alone try to survive the fight as a whole.
Excellent. I'd like to spend 2 points of stamina, going down to 15, to repeat this same... I'm not as good at double shot as I am at single shot, so let's go single shot, still head, to another Heim.
Okay. Go ahead and also remember and do that. Also remember to include the additional -3 because of the second action penalty.
For sure. Yes, it's an extra action. Bow. Well, I assume this is close or point blank range.
It is close. It is a bit like at a far wall from you.
Cool. $22 to hit.
Let me go ahead and see if it can get the fuck out the way. Unfortunately, after seeing you peg its ally in the back, it ducks out of the way and just almost seems to turn into a puff of shadow and shift elsewhere.
Damn it. All right. One more shot.
All right.
Going down to 13 stamina. And this, I'm not going to bother with specific location. Shooting whichever one is closest to Nienna.
Noted.
For 25.
That one hits, and it will deal an additional 3 points of damage.
Excellent. D10.
You can just hit the location button of the...
Oh. Right. I think a 1 is a headshot, though.
I do believe a 1 is, in fact, just a headshot accidentally. So go ahead and roll the damage for me, please.
Come on.
Ooh.
21. Single shot counts as a strong shot, so it doubled and then multiplied by the headshot modifier.
Yep. That Heim went from being A-okay to not okay. Very, very not okay.
I think that's 123 damage.
The damage is significant enough so that way that Heim actually just puffs away with a loud screech. This one being wholly unnatural, not taking the sound of anyone close to you, just a vile, loud, spectral screech that echoes around and fades as the essence that makes up the demon floats to the ground.
Damn.
And for a touch of flavor, it was 2 shots ahead, carefully aiming, and then a no-look side shot right into this thing's head.
So noted.
Nienna just watches the air zip right past her face, and it's just like, I'm so glad he's good at that. that could have gone poorly.
Alrighty, next up. Now is the time of the Witcher siblings.
Mm-hmm.
We will go ahead and start with the younger sibling, Brynnhilder. It is time.
Okay.
One of the Hyms is down, one of them is quite injured, the rest looking quite fine. So that is 1 injured Heim and 3 perfectly fine Hyms.
I'm gonna go for the one that's closest to Siegryn.
Okay. The slightly shorter Heim.
Yeah, of course. They
Run up and
match for
punt
size.
it.
Kick it like a football.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will go. I'm gonna make a couple fast strikes at it.
Okay. Go right ahead. You're able to get to it in a singular movement, no problem. Go ahead and roll the fast strike attack. I believe. One moment, double checking the effect of Thunderbolt to see if it is damage or accuracy. It is +3 damage on physical attacks.
Two 24s.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and roll for it to try to get the fuck out the way.
Oh wow. My god!
Oh my god.
That is
This
a
is a
lot of
revenge
getting
for the-
out of the way.
That's revenge for the short jokes right there.
You were expecting to aim a little bit higher at a regularly sized time, and it just didn't work out.
Like scuttles away Chucky style.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus Christ.
For 2 stamina, you can go ahead and try again, and it will take some penalties to its additional defenses as well.
Yeah, I'll go again.
Okay. Yes. -3 for the
21 and 20.
And with the lower defenses from it having to try to avoid the first strikes, both of the second strikes hit. Not by much. No critical damage, but they both hit.
That's fine. And my Thunderbolt and my Spectre Oil.
Both will come into play, so you'll be dealing an additional 8 points of damage with each strike.
Okay.
And I'm guessing you're utilizing Divine?
Yes.
Okay. So full damage for the first strike and half damage for the second.
Alright. So 46 damage to the for that first swing.
That will actually be an additional 50. That will be 50 total, given your body damage enhancement.
And another 50 for the second. No, down 25.
So that'll be a grand total of 75 points of damage with 2 sword strikes. This Hym is very much fucked up. The smaller size means that it has less HP. It becomes a pile of dust at your feet. Oswald, you see one Hym drop to a very well shot silver arrows, and a second Hym fall to your sister. And there are now 2 undamaged Hyms and 1 very damaged Hym. What are you going to do?
Are the 2 Hyms grouped up against each other?
They're close enough since they seem to be ones that were going after targets that were closer together.
I don't think it's worth the world then. Okay, I'm just going to go up to one of the uninjured ones and do some quick strikes.
Alrighty, go ahead.
All right. Fast strikes. Oh. 32 and a 31.
So the first one will be dealing an additional 7 points of damage, and the second one will be dealing an additional 10.
Nice. So location for the first one. And then, where is it? It's Alright, so that's going to be a silver sword. So here we go. Oh, wait, and then I still have to do the additional 3d6. 3d6. Plus, and then plus the 8 for the thunder 8. Yep. So that is 7.
26.
26. Yep.
And the second location?
Second location is going to be all right, and then we're going to roll. We'll just do roll 4d6 plus 8. That's going to be. Oh wait, no, that's supposed to be additional 2, so 22.
Okay. With that amount of damage, you can see that this Hym is basically have large swaths are being torn off from it, cut away and fading away into the light, but it is still up and standing before you.
That's even with the extra damage as well. Okay.
That is, yeah.
I'll spend. Was it 2?
It's 2 stamina to get another action. Yes.
Yeah, I'll use another 2 to go ahead and start swinging at it again.
Go right ahead.
And then that's going to be Swordsman. Okay. All right, there we go. So Swordsman. What this is going to be at? All right, fast breaks. Extra action, yes. Oh wait, yeah, that did the -3s. Okay, yep. 24 and 26.
All right, and those both hit. Only one yielding an extra 3 points of damage.
All right. Ooh, one hit. One's going to take half. The other also is going to, 2 half damages. Okay. So I might as well roll this. I'm just going to roll it all together. 8d6 plus 8, 16, 20. 8d6 plus 20. 45 to halved.
Okay. The Hym is loudly screeching, losing its ability to try to mess with your heads as you just keep slashing away at it. It is still up, but hanging on a very bare thread into existence.
I am going to go ahead and end my turn, in which I am going to go ahead and spend 5. I'm going to spend 5 stamina to make a quick strike against it. What's its reflex?
Its reflex is a measly 5.
So I need a reflex 5 times 3. That's 15. And oh no!
I mean, it works, but you'll be taking an oops unless you reroll.
I'm gonna go ahead and reroll that. So that's 2 points of lux. Okay, 18. Okay, that feels a little bit better. All right, and then so I'll get a single strike on that. So we'll go swordsmanship, do fast strike, Then we'll just 28.
Alrighty. Yeah, that will actually, let's see if it. Yeah, it hits. For an additional 5 points of damage, go ahead and roll location. Oh god.
Another accidental headshot.
That's 4, 6 plus 10. That's 19 times that by 3.
Well, there was a Hym.
Yes.
After just basically cutting its knees out from under it, you just then bring your sword around in a pirouette and decapitate it, if you could say it has a head.
Yep, and I'll just prepare for a block against the other Hym that's against me.
Alrighty.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right. On to Fenix, who I believe is going to remain in the circle, or are you going to do something?
I thought Siegryn was before me. Siegryn got a 9. Never mind. No, you got a 9. Never mind. Yeah, he'll remain in the circle. I can't prepare it, but he will hold on to the Quicksilver in case they actually get to him.
So noted.
Yeah, that's my turn.
The final Hyms. One is going to work to try to get through the consecration put up by Nienna. I believe the roll for the consecration was 23.
Correct.
And it will have to try to utilize resist magic against that. It does not.
Ooh.
So, it is unfortunately unable to get to its target, just screeching at it and screeching at Fenix and beating its fists against basically an invisible field of magical energy. And it is so focused on trying to create pain within Fenix that it just cannot bring itself to focus on others. The last Hym, however, you all look to it and suddenly see it fade into the darkness. And I'm going to make a roll.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Where'd you go, motherfucker? Come on.
Irileth.
Oh, no.
no.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
I'm going to need some dodge rolls. Let's see.
Yeah,
the
come at me.
Bonus from Shadow Body is this.
Oh, those are big numbers.
Can I? Those are pretty big. Can I attempt to riposte its attacks with brawling?
I will say that you can make an attempt, but it will not be a very easy thing to do. I'll say
I'm
that
gonna
you
have
can.
to. Okay. So as I roll parry, is there something I should change?
-2 because because it's of the nature of its attack versus your attempt at defense against it.
Gotcha. And I'm doing this to 4? No. Oh, 2. Okay.
2, the 31 and the 28.
A 26. Unsuccessful. But not a critical wound. and
Oh,
a 5, which I'm absolutely gonna luck.
That's fair.
No way, no how. For a 24.
It's much better.
It is significantly better. It is better, but still not completely successful.
No, I'm gonna take some damage.
You are.
Thing comes out of the shadows, claws up. Irileth turns around, puts his hands on its hands to try and hold it back, and just gets cut up all along his upper arms. Or maybe his chest. We'll see what this damage will looks like.
The locations for these attacks.
Oh, yeah, right.
5. So, right arm. Makes sense.
Cool.
And your arms. Your arms do, in fact, get cut up.
Me and the dice. Same language.
So that will be a grand total of 17 damage dealt to Irileth as you feel these deep, shadowy claws just rip into your flesh, and not just sort of tear into it bodily, but you feel it's almost like it's draining your life away. Thankfully, your armor does still come into play, but as a normal ruling, it will be upbladed by each strike, so it will be starting to get damaged.
Gotcha. My armor on my arms. I'm sure I added it at some point. 12. I have 12 armor.
Okay, so you will manage to. Actually, because of that, with each different strike. Okay, so the armor itself does prevent the full damage of each strike, but because of this, the draining life effect comes into play.
So it's claws on my chainmail arms.
Yeah, the actual claws itself don't really deal damage. It is the way that it's draining your life away that deals the actual damage. So you'll take 16 damage unaffected by magic or armor.
Oh.
But he doesn't take the 34.
He doesn't take the 34.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Right. I am 1 above half health.
And then you see the Hyms eyes glint red, and it disappears again. And I need to make another roll as it spends some stamina of its own pool.
Oh. No, that's illegal.
Oswald.
I knew it. Okay.
You're gonna need some defenses. You can block with your sword, you can try to parry it, or you can just try to get the fuck out the way.
I'm going to try to block it.
Okay, so you can utilize swordsmanship as your defensive skill.
So just hit block. Yep. That's a 37.
Yep, first one is fully, utterly, truly blocked.
Now, question: was that a block or a riposte?
That was a block.
That was a block, so it will deal some damage to the sword itself.
And then 28.
That one, unfortunately, does get through.
Yep.
So you managed to, you're just like, aha, and your enhanced witcher reflexes let you turn around to block the first blow, but you feel the claws dig under your guard. A 9 means that it is hitting you right in the leg, just digging its claws into your thigh.
Okay.
21 reduced by your armor.
Okay, so that's what? How do I check that? It's
Actually, that would be 10 reduced by your armor.
okay. And what how do I check my armor here? I'm sorry. So
On your sheet, you'll see like in the equipment area, like there is each location. Your legs have an armor of 16.
okay, yep.
So the life drain will come into effect.
Yep.
And you'll take 6 points of damage unmitigated by anything.
Oof, okay. I'm still good. And my sword also takes some damage.
Your sword does take a little bit of damage. We will finish that up. It's not enough to make it broken, so we'll go ahead and take care of that afterwards.
Got it.
And seeing that its companions are largely, by and large, gone, there's one last glint of its eyes. And it lunges for Brynnhilder.
I'm sure it does. All right. I gotta be 25.
You gotta be 25, and it fumbled. And it has to stick with the fumble because it doesn't have luck to reroll.
Cool. I am going to. I'm gonna parry.
The band parry. Got it.
Parry this, you filthy casual. 22, so that first one hits.
Yep.
23. Second one misses.
The second one will be parried away. Completely and utterly, not even damaging your sword because of the parry. The first one will hit you. Let's...
Actually...
Oh.
Never mind.
Oh.
That's rough, buddy.
I think that's a location roll, babe.
Oh. Uh-oh.
That is a location.
That's a headshot.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
You're
no.
in danger. Uh-oh, I'm in danger. Because that
Okay.
doubles.
I'm sure you've got enough health for that.
Oh, I thought, do headshots double or do they triple?
They triple.
Triple.
Yeah, awesome.
You running 70 hit points, bruh?
72.
I definitely have less than 72 hit points.
But thankfully,
have
you
armor?
you are equipped well enough with some lighter armor. But it's not enough to keep you from taking the claws to the face, seeing a flash of your life before your eyes.
We never bought.
I thought we will handle that another time. You see the flash of your life before your eyes, and you faint. You are unconscious. You're still alive, but unless someone gets you and begins to start healing you, there will be problems. Unless
Siegryn,
someone
you're
is
up
able
next.
to get... Yep, Siegryn is up. Unless someone is able to get to Bryn, there will be possible death within the group of professionals.
Okay. From Sigrun's perspective, is this thing like raising up its claw, getting ready to make another fucking attack?
No, it looks like it's savoring the life essence that it is trying to drain out of Brynnhilder.
Okay. How quickly is she bleeding out right now?
Very quickly. Very quickly.
Well, shit, I had plans for this round, but I think I'm gonna have to toss them out. Let me see here. Guys, is there like a medicine skill song that is currently first aid? I don't have any first aid. Oh dear. You know, it's fine. We're gonna improvise. She is going to tear off her skirt entirely as she comes bolting over. She is going to try and stuff the wound as much as possible with the material that she can afford right now.
Okay. Give me a roll of first aid.
Come on. 13?
She is still bleeding fairly profusely, and there is still the life being drawn from her by this Hyms. You have slowed the bleeding, though it is still enough that if without a bit of help, come her next turn, there's a chance that she will depart.
Can I spend stamina to try and drag her body away towards Nienna's circle?
I would allow you to make a roll of physique.
I'm gonna do that.
Sure.
22.
I don't know.
You are able to drag her closer to the circle without having to worry about getting rid of the circle because of the nature of the magic that is at play.
Brynnhilder, you're not gonna die on me yet, darling. Okay. Is there anything else I can do to address the wound more properly? Like, even if I'm having to just clamp down on it to try and stop the bleeding.
Anyone else who can try to give first aid to her or any magical effect on her will get assisted by your basically trying to stop the bleeding.
Okay. All right, that'll be my turn then.
All right. Nienna, you just saw your Vetgern and one of your closest friends fall with a spray of blood.
Yep. Is the Hyms still attached to her?
It looks like it has gotten a taste for her and will be trying to get after her, even though Siegryn managed to get her away from it.
And I can't cast more than one spell a turn, can I?
No.
Okay. Nienna is going to leave her post and kind of dive towards Brynnhilder to get close enough. She doesn't require any she doesn't require her hands to cast. She doesn't even require the ability to speak because she is at spellcasting 9 now. So she just does things by thinking about them. But she's still got to get close enough, and she will reach out with magic healing. Which doesn't do a lot.
Oh, to stay above forge, should I make a roll to stay calm?
Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and make that a roll of. Let's just make it 1d10 plus your will.
Oh, dope.
So is that a 29 to heal?
Yep, but it only does 3 points.
That's a 20.
It's not exactly something that doesn't affect you, because you just saw your chosen sister fall. You are able to keep in control and not give in to the wolf but you are still feeling the panic of possibly losing a sister.
Got it.
I would like to spend... How many stamina does it cost to take another action?
2.
Going to spend 2. Can I help Siegryn get her into the circle with Fenix, because I know Fenix has first aid?
Yes, I will say that with the two of you working together, you don't even need to make a roll. You can get her into the consecration circle. And I will say, Fenix, since you did not really take an action last turn, if you wish, you can utilize your focus to perform first aid and stabilize Brynnhilder.
I just want to say, Nienna basically helps pick Brynnhilder up and kind of nudges her and Siegryn into the circle, and then stays on the outside of the circle and puts herself between them and the hive.
Noted.
I don't want to have this imagery, but I imagine, like, all right, we need to save Brynnhilder's life, and the two of you to start rolling her in because you can't pick her up.
Nienna's not weak. She can pick her up.
Roll her
With
in
help.
gent-
With help.
Roll.
She's not... Nienna's got a body of 8, guys. She's not a weakling.
It's all right. We'll roll her in gently, like hot dog.
I still like the imagery of her being like dragged in. Every once in a while, she gets dropped.
I pictured it more like we swing you like a big ass sack of like grains and just toss you at Phoenix.
Bleeding out.
She's bleeding out, and she fucking hits her head on the.
Her veins empty.
And for the sake of flavor, Nienna turns to put her body between them and the Hyms that was attached to Brynnhilder, and pulls out one of the silver knives.
All right. Phoenix?
I got a 28.
With the 28, you are able to focus just entirely on saving the life of your chosen sister. And you are working with everything you have, with bandages and just whatever cloths you have at hand, working to make sure that that she does not bleed any further, that the blood stops flowing to the open wounds.
Yeah, he uses he just rips up his shirt and uses it as bandages.
You basically bandage her up as best you can, make tourniquets wherever you can. And you see the blood stop. And then you check her pulse. It's faint, but it's there.
Your head's way too hard for that anyway. I'll have to try again.
And we are moving on to Irileth.
Speaking of trying again, let's fucking kill these things. Yeah. I will. So there's one that's injured that's attached to Brynnhilder, and there's the one that was on fire that's trying to get through to Phoenix.
Correct.
Oh, Brynnhilder's in the circle now. Is it still attached to her?
It is wanting to come after her.
Which means it's advancing on my lady love, so it's going to get all of my arrows.
Every single one.
Yep. I got 3 left. Let's go. Not an extra action. Strong strike to the head. It is 2 for being an elf. 24 to hit. Damn.
Ducks on out the way.
Try it again. It hasn't been attacked since its turn, right? So it's not under dodge penalties?
It
Or has it?
is not.
Okay.
It is spending stamina for each additional dodge it has to perform, though.
Cool.
Lack of the stamina.
go.
Lack of the stamina.
Thank you, Irileth.
There we go, baby.
Yeah. Now that was a called shot to the body, so it's not going to deal triple damage, but
But it will deal full damage, and because of how much more that you beat it by, it will deal additional 10.
That's what we 35. Yeah.
Alrighty.
And it was a strong strike, so actually it's 60, 25 doubled plus the 10.
Yep. So that is a very, very injured Hym.
You're gonna need maintenance on that bow. Goddamn.
I
Bring it back to the shop.
get my
Holmes.
mileage out of it, yeah.
Yeah, bring it back to the shop, homie. Goddamn.
You have one more silver arrow at your disposal.
Indeed I do. Same target.
Get your Rhea.
Don't care where I hit it at this point. I just need to hit it.
Oh no!
I'm going to spend 2 points of luck
Oh, thank God.
to re-roll. I mean, a 17, it could be worse, but I don't want to hit a friend with this.
I appreciate that because I'm probably the one who'd get hit.
Mm-hmm.
Headshots Fenix. Oh, that's a shame.
28.
28.
Headshots Brynnhilder by mistake.
I stopped the
Okay.
bleeding. Dunk.
It was an accident, I promise.
Don't worry, it's just another hole. It's fine.
In before we find out that Irileth knew who was sending the flowers.
I don't know why it's giving 2 locations, but that looks like a limb on an 8.
If you were hitting a humanoid or hitting a monster, so it's hitting a limb.
Ah, yes.
The half.
Brynnhilder has a bloody receipt for flowers in her hand that he finds. Like, oh, it was you.
God
Ugh.
damn. Bad damage roll. 22.
11. Sadly.
So
yeah, but it's
it
a
would-
strong strike, so
strong
it
strike
doubles
is
it.
doubled and then halved again because it's hitting a limb. So
Oh, yeah.
11.
it's still staggering, slowly, but staggering. Oswald,
Yes.
your sister is in very grave danger.
These Hyms just done fucked up. I'm going to reach for my pouch and I'm going to take a swallow. I am now poisoned.
And under the effects of frenzy.
Oh no.
I'm
Don't
charging at
miss.
I'm charging at it.
Go right ahead.
2 strikes. Yep.
Can I spend 2 more stamina just to put myself next to Nienna?
I
That's
am
bad.
going to spend 2 points of luck on that first strike.
Please.
Mm-hmm. And Saul, after my
I will
last
say
shot, can I just... Yeah,
I will
spend
say that you can
movement.
just move there. Since you didn't reuse your movement.
Sweet.
29 is the first hit.
29 and 25.
Yep.
All right. Both hit.
First one, going to hit it in the torso. So here we go.
Don't forget the extra damage from your frenzy.
Yep, this is going to be a total of... Yeah. This is going to be 96 plus 10. Plus 10. That's going to be 40 damage.
That is a Hym that no longer exists on this plane, leaving only one Hym that is currently on fire.
Hold on, because it was in the arm, right? So it was halved? Is
No,
20 in...
It's in the torso because it's monster.
Torso for monster.
Oh, I'm so used to them being the same that I didn't notice that they were different. My bad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
This one, it's all good. This one's just a slightly weird one.
You just hear a lot of heavy panting coming from Oswald as he kills this Hym, and then it's going to go spending 2 stamina to go ahead and go after that next Hym.
Alrighty. You do not even have to roll. The attack will be the same, and the dodge I will just carry over the dodge for that one as well. So you still go ahead and roll damage and location.
Okay, I'll just roll location. Okay, but all right. That's going to be 39 halved.
So that would be about 19, because rounding down.
Yes.
With all of the damage that it took before, the limb is cleaved off of it, and then you just basically. How do you savage this monster to get out your frustration about seeing your sister be knocked unconscious?
So the first one, after I slam the swallow and throw it down on the ground, I start running after the first time. In a pirouette, I just cleave the first Hym in half, and then as soon as that one I know is dead, I immediately go towards it, hit it in its left leg area, completely go through it, and I just drive it through my chest and just keep on trying to push it down and be like, get down, die.
And soon it is quiet again. Within less than a grand total of 10 seconds, the Hyms were here and gone.
Nienna's in the circle and pouring more healing magic into Brynnhilder. If she does it twice, she can deal with critical wounds. So the second casting would deal with the critical aspect of the wound.
Irileth runs back to his quiver, fishes out the Dimiterium-tipped arrow, and keeps watch. One problem solved, there may still be another.
I am also going to go ahead and try to end my the effect of my last poison and my frenzy.
Okay.
Re-rolling that. It's not botch on a spellcasting roll to heal somebody, please.
First off, I got... Okay, that's just neutral. So the poison I take will just be healed by the swallow. And endurance... 18.
Oh, wait, I didn't have to roll the second time. I just needed to figure out how many rounds I could keep it up. My bad.
It's all good.
I end the effect of the last potion, so I'm back to 100. And then frenzy. I am still frenzy.
Oh shit.
No, the endurance test, you needed to roll an endurance test, not a skill test for frenzy.
Oh, I thought it was like because I was still. Oh, yeah, because I'm no longer poisoned, so then that means frenzy's gone. Okay, we're good then. Okay.
So you are good.
Okay, good. Just make
Brynnhilder's
at 6.
She feels weak. She feels sore all over. The wounds have closed, leaving a scar across her face. But her eyes do manage to slowly open. She is alive. She is weak and in pain, and for alive for now, but alive.
Here's the second cast to deal with the scars. Which gives her another 9 points of health, and she should be stable enough that I can switch over to the ritual, which is much better.
Indeed.
22, so it works, and...
It's another 30?
No, the prep time is 5 rounds, stamina cost is 5, and I just keep it going for 10 rounds. Oh yeah, so for 30, yeah.
Okay, so that's another 32, Brynnhilder. And you feel yourself getting stronger again. The godling looking at you, Brynnhilder. It hurt, but I helped. And you all can feel magic being weaved again, not the same way that the godling does. It is strong, it is angry, and it is coming in above you. And that is where we're going to end for the night.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.